one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
He was tackled.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And
now Cousins.
Down.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll throw again. Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play,
3rd and
but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Oh, boy. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
47-yard line.
Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Davis.
They'll run with Elliott, and he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38, Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 11-yard line.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. His pass caught at the 4. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And 1 at the 2-yard line.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
It's a Jefferson on the slant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Vikings first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
33,
Dalvin Cook,
Touchdown.
43 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On second down, Prescott again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
On the tackle.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On now the former Cowboy kicker, Dan Bailey. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
First down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. And that's going to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
10 at the 22-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Boys, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Elliott, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll run it with Elliott, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20.
Nothing here. Nothing
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 99 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
To kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.